Okay, here we go. Hanamura, point B offense with Anna is kind of rough. It's definitely a harder map I find with Anna to do, as all the 2CP maps are a little bit rough with Anna. But this one's really rough because it's in an enclosed space at the end, and you can't get those nades down on people like your preset nades. There's not a lot of them. But we'll go over the map and kind of see where we're going with it. So the first point, you just captured point and you're coming out here. If they had time to respawn but they didn't make it back to stop, they might try to hold up here. It's kind of rare. Usually, in my elo anyway, when people realize they're out here, they start retreating pretty quickly and back to point. Try to get back here and defend to the point. But occasionally you'll see a team dominating and they're holding up here. Usually around this health. I don't see them holding the gate a whole lot. There's just too many flanks. There's that flank up there and these two flanks over here. It's just too much potential to back cap. So occasionally I do see people up here. It's rare, but it happens. So a quick nade for that is literally you come out of spawn, you go straight to the rock, put the Q beneath your ult charge meter right on the tip of that building, throw your nade, that should land right here. So that can help push them back onto point, but then you gotta take point. So point is hard. Point is really hard with Anna. You're actually probably going to want to play a lot around this stone. Your team starts pushing. You're a sniper, and you should remember that you're a sniper, and you can, pressure from here. If there's an Anna or a Zen back there, you can actually aim like right along this top brown thing, and that should go a little bit below it even. So, yikes. Okay. Am I doing this right? Yeah, okay. So, these are just chucking grenades back there, trying to pressure their healers, if they're good healers, if they're back there. If they're on point, just kind of can lob at things, but the problem is the Orisa shield's gonna really hurt you. So, if your team happens to be pushing middle, that's what you're probably gonna do. You can pressure the upper thing if they're kind of set up here. You can pressure them with a nade through this window here. So what you do there is you kind of line up on this back wall, and you just kind of strafe over till you see that inner pillar, and you just kind of move that barely out of sight. So you move it barely out of sight, and then there's these two screw holes right there. You aim just above those and throw a nade. And that nade, I'll show you in a sec. Throw the nade. Can I show you this way? Will hit right back up here. So that should splash anybody up here. And sometimes if they don't have good heals, usually they'll just get heals from a Mercy or something, or they might panic because they're purple all of a sudden. They might drop. So what you can do, you throw that nade, well, throw it a little bit higher. Throw that nade, and then run over here, and hope that they drop trying to get this health. And then you can maybe get a pick that way. It can work. It doesn't always. It's once again, this is a tough one. Usually people you see going up this way, they're going to be coming through here. There's not a lot you can do. Just play around this, sit there, try to heal them, get them through here until they get people to drop. If you enter in here, you could die. You get picked really easily. If they have a Mei, you have to go in with your team, otherwise she's going to wall you off and you're just worthless out here. Let's see, and then what you can do, you can keep healing them till they take this high ground, right? And then once they drop, you should not drop with them. you stay up here, but you have to be really aware of this flank. So it's actually probably better to hop back here and use this. You still have to be careful of people shooting at you, like the snipers and stuff. And if you get pressured up here, or if you feel any pressure, you might even want to drop back out again and come back here and play from your stone out here. You can keep your team pretty healed. If they go too far left, if they're pushing out there, you might have to come in a little bit. But then, once again, you're you're holding from back here, and this is kind of where you want to be. The only other thing, the other situation that happens is if your team is pretty flank heavy, or if you have a Symmetra, the new Symmetra can put you up there. That's a pretty good spot too, if you can get up there. But if not, if your team is flank heavy, you have two options. One option is to come straight in here and drop down there and go out those stairs to get to your team. That is, I've found to be suicide. I don't think I've ever once successfully snuck in the front door and dropped. They always see me. They always kill me. So I don't do that really. But what I have successfully done is come in here, and you come in this room here, so you can yeah, like if they're all like kind of paying attention to the people on that side, or you know, they're all running around up there, they're not going to see you here. And so you know, pop in here and go this way and underneath here. And yeah, don't charge up these stairs. This is probably suicide coming over here. Usually with Anna, I'm kind of allergic to the point. Actually, as Anna. So you come over here, and then you can kind of heal from this side over here. And this is actually pretty good. There's not a lot of places where a sniper is going to get you. They don't have line of sight. They don't know you're over here. Yeah, and my game lasted too long, but I think that was a pretty good place to stop. Yeah, there's wasn't much more I would have said anyway, so I'm gonna call that the end. There we go.